you. Alright, kanina pa naglolo ko tong ano ko eh, tong R ko. Hindi siya basta-basta nag-run. Naglalag siya. Okay, you know what to do guys kung hindi makapag-require ng package yan. That means hindi pa nakaload yung library nyo, yung package nyan. So, for me, okay na. Alright, then please chat na lang kung okay na guys. So that sabay-sabay tayong TSM, okay. Kindly chat guys if you're done. Pause ko yung recording guys ha. Tapos remind nyo namin, tapos the rest hindi na record, nakalimutan kung ano. Okay, so we said guys that before we can model a time series as an ARIMA process, we have to make sure that the data, the time series is stationary. Stationary in mean, stationary in variance. If it's not stationary either in mean or in variance, then we cannot use ARIMA. Okay, so in order to make the data stationary, usually guys, kunyari, min-model natin stock prices. Yung mga ganyan guys, usually hindi stationary yan. And even returns, no? Returns of stock prices, kadalasan hindi siya stationary. Okay, madalang yung, well, hindi naman madalang, pero usually it's not stationary. So how do you model the price or the returns of the stock, the returns of the asset, if the data is not stationary? You have to transform the data. So pwedeng gawin is to difference the data. Pag differencing yung data guys, ang ina-address yan yung non-stationary in mean. Okay, or may trend yung data. Okay, pag may trend yung data, you can difference it. Pag dinifference nyo, tapos okay na siya, okay, then okay na, you can, then ang i-model natin yung difference na data. Okay, we're not going to model the original data, but the difference data. Okay, we cannot model the original data because it's not stationary. So ang kailangan natin i-model yung difference na data since it's already stationary. How do we know guys if it's stationary or not? Two ways. The dirty way is to plot the data. Okay, pero hindi naman pwedeng absolute yun kasi guys, medyo pwede maging subjective ang decision yan. One would look at the plot and say, it's already stationary. And another one would say, ay hindi, meron pang konting trend, for example. So the best way is to do a statistical analysis, no? Statistical test. And if you recall it right, di ba, ang ginamit natin si augmented Dickey-Fuller test, si the ADF test, in order to statistically test whether your data is stationary or not. Okay. Secondly, if it's not stationary in variance, ano ginagawa natin? The best way to address this is to get the log. Okay, get the log of that data, and then usually maa-address na yung non-stationary in variance. Okay. Now sometimes pag kinuha natin yung log, na-address yung non-stationary in variance, pero hindi na-address yung non-stationary in mean. So may trend pa rin. That's why you have to get now the difference. No? So aside from getting the log first, you get also the difference. Because it's the differencing that will address yung non-stationary in mean. Okay, does it matter kung kukunin mo natin difference saka ilolog or ilolog tapos the difference? Okay. Magkaiba ba yung data na yun? Of course, magkaiba yung data na yun, guys. Now, anong mas maganda? Kunin muna yung difference tapos log or log tapos kinukuha yung difference. Okay, if you're looking at the a time series, usually stock price kunyari or quantity ordered or sales. Okay, if you're looking at a time series, personally, I would rather that you take the log first. Okay, and kung hindi pa na-treat yung yung non-stationary, saka natin kunin yung yung difference, no? Okay, guys, ang assumption ko nito, may non-stationary invariance. Kasi kung hindi naman non-stationary invariance, then kunin mo na lang yung difference. Hindi mo na kailangan kunin yung log. Okay? But if it's both non-stationary in mean and in variance, then ang suggestion ko, kunin muna yung log. Okay? Tapos saka kunin yung differencing. Bakit ganun, guys? Bakit mas convenient kunin muna yung log tapos differencing rather than kunin yung differencing and then yung log? Why, guys? Kasi kung i-difference muna, chances are magkakaroon ng negative values yan. Eh di ba hindi natin pwedeng kunin yung log ng negative values. Di ba? So i-adjust mo pa yan, guys. Kunyari, hahanapin mo yung pinaka-minimum value. Kunyari, ang minimum value is negative 56. When you difference it, the minimum value is negative 56. Ita-transform ulit natin yung series by adding, kunyari, 56.1. No? So if we add 56.1 to the series, it will now be converted into all positive values. Diba? Kasi kung negative 56 yung minimum, tapos magdagdag tayo ng 56.1, then all the values become positive. Then we can now get the log. Okay? So in order to avoid that, okay, pwedeng kunin muna yung log, tapos kunin yung difference. Okay? Guys, remember, assuming yun na non-stationary in variance and non-stationary in mean. Kung pareho silang non-stationary in both, then pwede rin subukan muna. Tingnan nyo muna kung na-address ba yung non-stationary in variance, kung magdi-differencing ka. Kung ma-address yun, di well and good, hindi ka na nag-log. No? Pero kung hindi, kunin mo muna yung log, tapos saka mo kunin yung difference. Okay? Paki-chat please, guys, kung clear yung explanation natin. How do we transform our data so that it becomes stationary? Clear ba yun, guys, yung order? Are there any questions to that? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so kunyari sa quiz, no, time series, lumalabas na hindi stationary yung data. So hindi tayo pwedeng mag-arima doon. I-difference mo natin. Depende kung saan siya non-stationary. Kung pareho in non-stationary in variance, non-stationary in mean, okay, it's better, mas madaling i-manipulate kung log muna and then differencing. Okay, so I hope that's clear, guys. But of course, guys, wala nang pumipigil sa inyo na i-difference muna, tapos i-adjust nyo ulit para maging positive lahat, and then saka i-log, no? Okay, what are ACF and PACF plots used for? This was more important before, no? Kasi dati, wala naman tayong mga powerful softwares like R or Python that we can use in order to generate automatically kung anong model ang gagamitin, no? The model that best fits the stationary data series, no? So kailangan titingnan yung ACF at saka yung PACF. Now, we have to plot this, yung parallelogram nito ng ACF and PACF, so that we will know what model fits, what ARIMA model fits our data series. So what do we do, guys? If it's an AR model, you look at the ACF plot. You look at the PACF plot. No? Okay, if the you look at the partial autocorrelation plot, and if there are significant spikes, no? Ibig sabihin, kunyari, merong significant spike at lag 1, at lag 2, or at any other lags, and the rest are non-significant, then that means, ang ibig sabihin nun guys, significant spikes at certain lags, no? Ang ibig sabihin nga pala guys ng significant spike at lag 1, ibig sabihin nun, yung data series natin at saka yung lag 1 na data series natin, they are they're correlated, no? Correlated sila. Okay, so that's what we mean by significant spike, no? Significant spike. Pag sinabing significant spike at lag 2, ibig sabihin, pag kinuha natin yung correlation ng original data natin at saka yung lag 2, okay, ibig sabihin yan, at yung time now, i-aan natin, we will match it with time 2 days ago, no? Yung time bukas, i-match natin sa time 3 days ago. So lag 2 yun, no? Lag 2 ng data natin. So original data and lag 2 data. Pag kunin natin yung autocorrelation nun, okay, and we can test kasi kung significant yung correlation nila, no? So it will give us a significant spike at lag 2. Okay? So pag ganun yung case guys, na yung partial autocorrelation function natin is significant at certain spikes, then that's indicative that it's an AR process, no? And again, what's an AR process guys? Just to remind us, di ba ang AR process, if you recall, ito yung time series natin, y sub t is equal to a certain constant mean plus a sub 1 times y sub t minus 1. And then plus a sub 2 times y sub t minus 2, okay, etc. And then plus a certain error term, epsilon sub t. Okay, that's an AR process. Auto-regressive, okay, auto means self. We are modeling our time series using the past values of itself. On the other hand, guys, an MA process, paano natin inaano yung MA? Y sub t is equal to, gamitin ko na lang si B, although usually sa mga stat books makikita nyo omega at saka phi, no? Ito ang ginagamit dito, omega. Kay MA naman, phi, PHI, no? So, gamitin ko lang A and B, beta null plus beta 1, okay, times error t minus 1. Past value ng error term. Okay? Past value ng error term. Ano yung error term na yan? Eh di yung actual value minus the average, no? Average of your data. So yung difference ng average at saka yun, that will be your error term. And then plus a certain error term at time t. So this is an MA1 model to. MA1 model. This on the other hand this is an AR2 process, no? Yan, AR2 process, okay, versus an MA1 process. Yung kanina nawala. Okay. I-enter ko na para error. Okay, so this is just a quick review. Okay, now remember last time we already did this, no? Arima.sim na tayo from the stats package. Okay, let's have a quick review about this. So let's quickly generate this, no? Set that seed 1, 2, 3, 4 para pare-pareho tayong data. The auto.arima.sim or arima.sim function will allow us to generate a time series, no? Time series. So ang gagamitin natin 1,000 observations, and then list natin AR component is ito yung AR1, AR2. Tapos ito MA, MA1, MA2. So this guys is an ARIMA process, no? ARIMA process yung generate natin kasi may AR1 component, ARIMA2, no? Bakit ARIMA2? Dalawang components, dalawang coefficients ng AR process, at saka dalawang coefficients ng MA process. Okay, take note guys. Remember guys, pag AR model, di ba? Dapat A1 plus A1 should be not greater than 1. Ito yung mga conditions dapat, no? A1 should be A1, both A1, okay, and A2 should be less than 1. Ganun din guys kay MA, B1 and B2 should be less than 1 for the MA component. Also, di ba, isa pang condition, if you recall, A1 plus A2, okay, should be less than 1 din. Okay, kailangan din to guys. Dapat yung sum ng mga coefficients natin na A1 and A2 should be not more than 1. Okay, if we add this 0.8897 plus negative 0.4858, so okay siya kasi less than 1. No? Ito din, negative 0.22 at saka plus 0.24, it's less than 1, so okay to. So, yung mga coefficients natin, A1 is less than 1, A2 is less than 1, okay tayo dito. No? Ito naman, less than 1, tsaka less than 1 din. Okay, mamaya illustrate natin paano kung ano to, kung naging positive. Pwede ba yun? We'll check mamaya, no? We'll check mamaya kung pwede yun. Kasi, sabi natin dapat yung sum nila dapat hindi tataas ng 1. Otherwise guys, hindi na magiging stationary yan. It will become what we call an explosive series. Pag plinat nyo yan guys, may trend na siya. Kaya parang random walk na siya, hindi natin alam kung saan napapunta. Your variance is no longer pwedeng hindi na constant. Pero definitely yung mean, hindi na siya constant. Nag-aano na siya kung saan na pumupunta yung natin, yung series. That's why we need to make sure that dalawang conditions na to has to be met. No? A1, A2 should be less than 1, B1, B2 should be less than 1, and the sum should be less than 1. Okay, so we also identify the standard deviation dito. Okay, so let's run this guys. Quick review lang to guys to put our discussion into context. All right, so dapat guys yung first 10 values natin should be the same, no? 0.308, 0.15, negative 0.15, etc. We already did this before, so we should have the same first 10 values. And then let's create this object xplot. So we're using the ggplot2 function, and then we're using the autoplot ng x1, and then i-print natin yung xplot. Okay, let's wait for the plot. Okay, quick review lang to guys para if there's no harm guys kung rini-review natin to, no? Para maano natin, para yung Arima natin, Arima modeling guys, kayang-kaya natin yan. And then after this, if we can meet this week or twice next week, we will now go to the Garch arch process. And after that, we have the panel data. Okay, or pwede natin unahin si panel data. And then what we do next is Garch arch. And then we go to some multivariate Garch process. As I said a while ago, mag-multivariate tayo. Tapos mag-ano din tayo ng VAR, vector autoregression, o kaya vector error correction model. Marami kasing permutations ang time series, no? And they are very important. Gamit na gamit ang time series sa mga modeling sa econometrics. Okay, so we can see here guys na yung ano natin, yung model natin, yung time series na generate natin via simulation. It's stationary, di ba? It's stationary, walang non-stationary in mean and non-stationary in variance. That's to be expected. Kasi an ARIMA process, guys, it's stationary. So stationary siya, no? Can be seen the stationary yung data natin. Okay, so we're doing reverse engineering here. Ang gagawin natin, yung data natin na X1, imo-model natin siya. Tingnan natin kung anong lalabas. Okay, sorry about this. Ang tagal gumalaw ng ano, guys. Okay, so i-plot nga natin yung autocorrelation function using the TSM. That's why this is very important kasi pag nagpa-plot tayo ng autocorrelation function, dati kailangan pang isi-separate ACF and then PACF. With the TSM package, just using the AC autocorrelation, we'll plot both the ACF at saka PACF. So i-run natin to. Okay, it's taking long. Hindi ko alam kung anong problema nitong Arco. Yan. Ang tagal. Wala. Error. May error na siya. Okay, take a look at the... Okay, ito yung ano natin. Ito yung PACF. If you notice guys, dito sa PACF, significant lag at lag 1. Significant spike at lag 1. Okay, and then significant spike at lag 2. Significant spike at lag 3. Okay, ito guys, pwede natin sabihin, uy, AR process 2. Di ba? Kasi significant lag tayo at 1, 2, 3. And then pwedeng candidate dito, AR3 process. Okay, however guys, hindi foolproof yun ha. Just by looking at the PACF, pwede natin masabi na, okay, positive to yung lag 1, negative yung lag 2, negative yung lag 3. Okay, pwede siyang AR3 process, no? Pwedeng, bakit 3 guys? Kasi tatlong lag yung significant. Okay, but that's by visualization. No? And we cannot really be certain about that. Kailangan itetest pa natin. Ito naman guys, tignan nyo. Si ACF, di ba tinitingnan natin to guys para malaman natin kung MA process, no? If you can see here guys, my significant spike at lag 1, significant spike at lag 2 positive. Pagdating dito, significant din, 3, 4, 5. No? Pero if you take a look at this, parang nagsuslow decay siya na parang hindi. No? So this is the, ito yung sinasabi ko guys na before, nung nagsosolve pa ako ng dati, nung pagkapanahon na namin guys, ang masters ng, nag-ano kami ng time series. No? Ito, iaano namin yan, trial and error. Okay, sige nga, tingnan ko, baka ARIMA, baka ano to, baka AR3 process lang. O baka ARIMA 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ARIMA 3, 5. So, i-compute namin yan, guys. Tapos, isa-isa magko-compare kami. O baka ARIMA 2 lang yan. ARIMA 2.0, etc. So, that's why we needed the ACF and PACF to at least try to estimate, okay, kung anong ARIMA model ang gagamitin. And then, magko-compare na lang, i-compare kung ano yung mas magandang ARIMA process ang gagamitin. Okay? So that's what the TSM package, particularly AC function, gives us. Okay, now we can check guys, stationary ba si X1? Diba, sabi natin from the T series, we can use the ADF function to determine kung stationary siya o hindi. Let's see. Let's run this. Okay, and we can see guys that the p-value is 0.01. No? Okay, ano ba yung null hypothesis natin dito? That the time series is not stationary. Okay, ang alternative niya, the time series is stationary. Okay, so we conclude that we reject the null hypothesis that the data series, that the time series X1 is non-stationary. Okay, so there's strong statistical reason to infer or to believe that our time series X1 is indeed stationary. Okay, so na-prove na natin guys using a statistical test, si augmented Dickey-Fuller test. Okay, now ito guys, ito, ano to? Itong dx1 na to, this is the difference of your x1. Now actually this is redundant, this is not needed, no? Hindi na kailangan to kasi stationary na naman yung x1 natin eh. Pero let's just see kung ano mangyayari kung mag-difference pa tayo. Hindi naman actually kailangan. Diba? Okay. So, dinifference natin siya and then let's plot nga, plot si dx1 Right. Tingnan nyo guys. No? Si DX1 guys, it didn't make a difference. Kasi stationary pa rin. Pareho lang ng X1. Okay, and if you test this using ABF, ganoon din, stationary din yan. No? So, ito na sinasabi ko guys, kung hindi naman kailangan i-difference, huwag nyo i-difference. Kasi mas mahirap i-analyze yung difference na dataset. Okay, let's go here guys. Medyo iniba ko to, no? Kasi dati medyo parang nagka-problema tayo dito. No? So, paki-change na lang guys yung nasa original na data. Okay, so dito nag-set.seed ako, 1, 2, 3. And then here I'm creating an object. I'll call it sim AR kasi magsa-simulate ulit tayo. Then model natin, list is equal to AR1. No? So ito guys, AR1 lang to. N is equal to 1,000. This is an AR1 model. So ang ginagawa muna natin, nagsa-simulate muna tayo ng data, tapos nagre-reverse engineering tayo. No? Ang gagawin natin, nag-simulate tayo ng data, tapos maghanap tayo, tingnan natin kung anong model yon. Parang nagpe-pretend tayo guys na hindi natin alam kung paano na-generate yung data na yun. So, kunyari ako, i-generate kung ito yung data na to, si SIMR. And then ibigay ko sa inyo yung yung series. Di ba hindi nyo na maalam kung saan nanggaling yun? Hindi nyo alam na sinimulate ko lang yun, na I was simulating an AR1 process. How do I know it's an AR1 process? Ito guys, yung AR is equal to 0.8. So this is okay because this is less than 1. No? Yung A1 natin less than 1. Okay siya. Wala naman A2 dito. Wala na akong linagay. No? Okay, pag binigay ko sa inyo to, syempre, hindi nyo alam na sinimulate ko lang itong data na to. Okay, so let's run this. Itong dalawa na lang, huwag na natin i-view. Okay. Alright, we should have the same data. Kahit yung na lang head ng sim AR process, and then let's just get 10 first 10 values para ma-check lang natin kung pare-pareho tayo. Okay, we should have gotten guys the same, negative 2.34, negative 0.6, negative 0.07. Okay ba guys? Kindly chat guys kung pareho tayong data. Okay, good. Same. All right. I-plot natin guys yung data na to. We expect this to be ang expectation natin guys to? Stationary. Bakit? Kasi simulated na AR1 process to yan, di ba? It's a simulated AR1 process. Sabi natin ang AR process is a stationary process, no? Okay. Tapos, huwag na natin gawin to, ang shortcut na lang yung TSM. Kasi ito separate pa no? Separate yung ACF at saka PACF. So bakit pa tayo kailangan mag-separate kung pwede namang combined na? So let's run this. All right. So tingnan nyo guys to, no? Take a look at our ACF and PACF. Okay, if you were to guess guys, anong klaseng model, anong model ang pwede dito? No? Okay. So tingnan natin guys yung may significant spike, no? Significant spike at lag 1 and yung iba hindi na significant, no? This is a significant spike at lag 1, PACF. Therefore, guys, pwede nating parang estimate na AR1 process 2. And then sa naman ACF, take note, it's a slow decay. So pag yung ACF, guys, slow decay, AR1 and PACF significant spike, then that's that can be assigned that this is an AR model. Okay. Pero pag parehong significant spike guys, katulad na nakita natin kanina, significant spike sa ACF, significant spike sa ACF, then that's indicative that this is an ARIMA process. Pag baliktad naman, si ACF yung significant spike, tapos si PACF, it's exponential decay, slow decay, then MA process yun. Okay? It's indicative that it's an MA process. Okay guys, clear yon? Clear? Sana sa kakaulit natin, medyo naging clear, no? Alright. Okay, ito naman guys, okay, ganun din guys, if you don't have this, sulat na lang. Set.seed 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's simulate naman ang MA process. Sim MA. Arima.simulation model list is equal to MA, no? MA negative 0.7. Pwede yan kasi less than 1 yan, no? And then 1,000 observations again. Okay, let's run this too. Okay, huwag na natin i-view. Just to check na lang kung pareho tayong data. Okay, let me run this. Head sim MA, no? Okay, yung first 6 na lang, check natin. All right, 0.16, 1.7, negative 1.02. So I'm sure we have the same observations kasi nag-set that seed tayo. Tapos i-plot ulit natin to, no? Sabihin na natin yung plot at saka yung autocorrelation function. All right. So this is the plot. Okay, as you can see, guys, it's a stationary series. No? MA din kasi yan eh. No? MA yan or pag AR stationary yan, pag MA stationary. No? Okay? Negative 0.7 which is less than 1, okay siya. Alright? So tingnan natin itong PACF just to distinguish. Now you see the difference, guys. ACF niya significant at lag 1. Medyo may konting significant dito sa sa lag 12. Okay? So dito naman slow decay sa PACF. Okay, therefore, if we're going to test this model, guys, ang gagawin natin, tingnan natin kung ano siya, ARIMA 01, no? ARIMA 01, yung 0 doon yung AR component, yung 1 doon yung MA component. Okay. So I hope that's clear, guys. All right. Ito na, no? Okay. So, di ba may data na tayo na SIM AR. Ito yung generate natin na i-simulate natin na AR process, no? Okay. So, ito nga sinabi ko sa inyo, nag-generate ako ng model na to, tapos binigay ko sa inyo. Okay? Tapos yung ginawa nyo, guys, plinat nyo, tapos tininan yung autocorrelation function, yung correlogram. Tapos nakita nyo na sa PACF, significant spikes at lag 1. Tapos yung yung sa ACF, it's a exponential slow decay. Aha, sabi nyo, okay, mukhang siya, mukhang AR1 process, no? Kasi based on the PACF, yung partial autocorrelation, significant siya at lag 1. So indicative yun na AR1 process yun. Yung ACF naman, slow decay. So ngayon, magmo-model tayo, guys. Ito na, no? Yung ARIMA model. Let's first see ano ba yung ginagawa nitong ARIMA function na ito. Question mark. ARIMA. Okay, so what does this do? Ayan, okay? So this is from the stats package. So hindi na natin kailangan i-load si stats kasi it comes with R already. And then ito, guys, fit an ARIMA model to a univariate time series. Okay, so hahanapin nyo yung ARIMA model, no? Titingnan niya kung ano yung ARIMA model based on our parameters. So ito yung natin, guys, ito yung argument natin. ARIMA, ang data natin is SIM_AR. Tapos ang order natin is equal to C and then 1, 0, 0. Actually, pwedeng 1 lang yan, no? Pero ito, ano ibig sabihin nito? AR component is 1, yung D, yung difference, 0, at saka yung MA component is 0. Bakit natin hinuhulaan na ganito? Again, guys, based on the ACF and the PACF. Okay, and then include that mean, isali muna natin, guys, include that mean is equal to true. Ibig sabihin, magsasama siya ng intercept the value. Okay, so let's run this. ARIMA 10 natin. Bakit 10? AR, yung AR component 1, yung MA component 0. Okay. Okay, inano ko lang yun, no? Ano lang, yung pinangalan ko lang na ganun. Para mas instructive siya. Run. Okay, ano nangyari? Ulitin ko. 1. Okay, tama naman. Nag-SIM AR na ba ako dito? Check ko lang kung may object na ako na SIM AR. I think so. Ba't nawala yung ito? Yan na. Okay, may question ba? Okay. Alright. So sige guys. Iba yung arima.sim, arima.sim. Yung arima.sim, bibigyan tayo ng time series sa data. Ito naman na arima guys, imo-model niya. Ano imo-model niya? Yung sim.r, no? Tapos anong gusto mong Anong gusto mong model? So sinasabi ko, I want an 100, which means AR component to 1 lag, and then walang differencing at saka walang MA component. Then include yung intercept. Okay? Alright, so i-run ko to. Okay, so andyan yung ARIMA10 object ko, no? And then I have this printed, ARIMA10. Alright, take a look at this, guys. Alright, so parang regression to, no? Nagbigay siya ng result. So ito yung sinasabi niya. Okay, for your SIMR model, this, if you want an AR1 process with mean, ito yung model mo. So yung AR1 component natin is 0.7772, and then yung intercept natin is 0.1153. Okay? Now, di ba nung generate natin yung when we generated the SIM AR, ano yung ginamit natin na Ano yung ginamit natin na AR1? 0.8, di ba? 0.8. So, yung na-generate na model, malapit lang, di ba? 0.77. Nandun lang guys ha. Give me a minute. Okay. So where were we guys? Ito yung model natin, no? So based on this, ano yung model natin? So our model, if I'm going to write it here, dito lang isusulat. Okay. Sulat natin dito, no? So yung data natin, tawagin ko na lang SIM AR, no? Simulated AR. Okay. Lagyan natin ng yan. Underscore T is equal to, okay. Ang intercept natin ito. So this one. Control C, Control V. Ito yung A sub O natin plus yung AR1 component natin ito. Control C, Control V, and then times, diba? SIM R underscore, okay, T minus 1, okay, and then plus a certain error term underscore T, okay. Okay. Diba yan guys, no? So this is our model. SIM R sub T is equal to 0.1153. Ito yung intercept natin, yung constant, plus 0.772 times SIM R T minus 1. Bakit T minus 1, guys? Because this is an AR1 process. An AR1 process regresses your data on lag 1 past value, no? AR1. Okay, let me pause, guys, and then if you want to write, guys, sige, I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, paka-chat naman, guys, kung if I may continue, please. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, so let's continue. All right. So our model, guys, is ARIMA. It can be written as ARIMA100. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya naka-difference, hindi siya walang MA component, or ARMA10 or AR1 process. No? So pare-pareho lang itong nomenclature na to. Now, what will happen, guys, if paano kung nagkamali tayo dun sa pagtingin ng ACF at saka PACF? Kasi that can happen, no? Baka sabihin natin, ay hindi, ano yan, baka ARMA. Okay, but before I continue discussing this, tingnan muna natin dito yung mga metrics na nakalagay dito. Ano? You have sigma squared, yung variance niya, 1.006. You have the log likelihood, and then you have the AIC. If you recall, guys, di ba, sa regression, ginagamit natin itong AIC when we're comparing between models. The lower the key information criterion, ba, the better the model is. Okay. All right. So, what if we model it as ARMA11? Ibig sabihin, log 1 ng log 1 ng AR process at saka log 1 ng MA process. Okay? Yung same data. Okay, sige, let's create this one. Let's call it ARMA11. So, you have this ARIMA, and then yung SIME AR na object natin, order is equal to 101, and then include din natin si mean is equal to true, and then i-plot, i-print. So let's run this. Okay, so you can see here now, guys, an AR1 component, an MA1 component, plus the intercept. So if we're going to write this model, it will be yung SIME R natin sub t is equal to, you have this intercept 0.1151, control C, control V, okay, plus our AR1 component, control C, control V, and then underscore yung t-1 natin, okay, and then plus itong MA1 component natin, control C, control V, and then multiply that by E sub t-1, right? And then plus a certain error term, E sub t. Okay. So run natin to. Okay, so this will now be our model, no? Lagyan ko ng times dito. Okay, so it's the model for SIME R sub t is equal to yung intercept natin plus yung coefficient ng AR1. Okay, but mali yung times ko. Okay, nasama yung mali, SIME R dapat. Yan, okay. SIME R, 0.779, SIME RT-1, okay? And then 0.008, yung MA component, no? MA1, which is epsilon T-1, plus, okay, plus a certain error term, epsilon E sub T. If you want this to be epsilon, then igaganto natin, kasi hindi natin gawin. Pahirapan pa natin sa sarili natin. Okay, epsilon. Epsilon sub t-1 dito din. Epsilon. A Greek letter. Okay, yan. Alright, so that's our model, guys. Then, so sino mas maganda na model? Yung AR1 or ARMA11? ARMA10 or ARMA11? If you take a look at this, guys, yung AIC nito ng AR1 natin is 2852. Pero yung AIC nito, sandali, saan yung kanina? AIC nito 2850, no? AIC nitong ARMA11 is 2852. So mas mataas yung AIC ng ARMA 11, no? So which means that the AR1 process is better, no? It's better compared to the ARMA 11 process based on the AIC. Okay, clear so far, guys? Clear so far? Okay, paki-chat please kung clear so far. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so let's continue. Okay. Tingnan natin guys, nung ano ba laman ng, di ba may ARMA 10 tayo, it's a list of 14. Ano ba yung mga laman nito? Kasi model yung AR10 natin, no? So andyan yung coefficient, okay. Andyan yung sigma squared, andyan yung variance coefficient. So marami siyang laman, yung AIC, yung ARMA, residuals, etc. So there are many components itong ARMA 10 object natin. No? It's a list. Okay, it's a list of it's a list of so many yung iba vectors. Okay, so going back here, okay, if I want the coefficients, okay, you can get that from the di ba? Ito yung AR1 component natin, ito yung intercept. If I, for example, if I use 11 dito, 11 dito, okay, so let me just get the ARMA 11 components. So, andyan yung coefficients, AR1, MA1, and the intercept. Okay. So, ibalik ko na to sa 10. So, yung ano guys, yung model natin, yung AR10, okay, using Arima guys, it's a list, no? Maraming laman siya, hindi lang yung parang time series output na yan. Okay. Now let's take a look at the residuals, no? Okay, ano laman itong ARMA 10 residuals? Okay, ito negative 1.5474. Ano siya? Ano yung value na to? Okay, let's just para maintindihan natin kung saan nanggagaling to, no? Ano ba yung ano yung names itong ARMA 10? Tingnan natin, ha. Ito, ano? So yung residuals, tapos asa na yung natin, no? Let me see, ARMA 10. Ano laman ng models? Dollar model. Ano laman itong model na to? Let's see. Okay, it's not the predicted value. Asan na yung mga predicted value nitong ano? So, andyan yung coefficient, variance, AIC, ARMA, residuals, series. Ito ba yung series na yan? Let me check. So, check ko, ARMA, ARMA 10, series, AR shell. Hinahanap ko yung ano yung mga values, no? Yung predicted values. Okay, wala siya, no? Hindi. Wala siya dito, ah. I was looking at the predicted values ng ano ng model natin. Hindi naman to yun. Ano yung call? What's call? Yung language yun. Number of observations. Integer lang yan. Okay, residuals. Ito yung residuals. Okay, it does not include, unfortunately guys, hindi niya ini-include yung yung mga predicted values. Residuals lang. Okay? But we can compute for that, but I won't how will you compute for the residuals, guys? Using the model, guys, i-compute natin yung predicted value given your y sub t minus 1 at saka yung e sub t minus 1 kasi mako-compute natin e sub t minus 1 eh. Given that, we'll be able to generate the predicted value and then ima-minus natin yon dun sa predicted value minus the actual value. Okay, so that's where you'll get your residuals. Okay, I just want to point out here, guys. Ito yung gusto kong pakita sa inyo dito, no? Okay. So na-view natin yung residuals, di ba? Ito yun. Ito yung mga error terms natin, 1,000 of them. Okay, and then okay, i-plot na natin, guys, ano itsura ng mga residuals natin. Okay, tingnan nyo, guys, no? So dapat, guys, yung residuals natin, dapat white noise din yan, no? White noise siya, no? Dapat wala ring trend yan or walang seasonality. Okay? Obviously, guys, since our time series, yung X1 is also stationary, dapat yung residual sa model natin, dapat stationary din. Pero guys, kung titignan natin, ito yung pinaka-importante dito, no? So let's just use, okay, ito na lang para mas mabilis tayo. AC, no? Yung kanina, guys, itong ano natin, remember this para mas mabilis. Ito, no? Ito. This one. So pag-plot ng ACF at saka PACF, Control C, we copy this. Asan na siya kanina? Where were we? Ito. Pero ito, guys, ang ipapaplot natin yung ARIMA2. Okay. So sabi natin, di ba ARIMA2 is our predicted model, di ba? Paki-plot nga yung ACF at saka PACF ng model natin, yung time series model natin ng ARIMA2. Okay, using TSM. Plot natin to. Okay, ano nangyari? Bakit ARIMA2? Bawasan ko nga yung 18. Oh, why? Ang dali. Okay. Si ACF lang to eh, no? Ay, okay. Mali ako, guys. Mali. So, dapat yung, hindi yung ARIMA2, yung residuals lang, no? Okay, my fault. My mistake. TSM. Okay. Alright. So, pwede na natin ibalik sa 30. Okay, let's take a look, guys, at the plot autocorrelation ng residuals. Residuals ang ARIMA2. Tingnan natin yung ano nangyari. Okay, take a look at the residuals, guys. And what do you notice? May significant spikes ba sa PACF? Wala. May significant spikes sa ACF? Wala. Ang tawag dyan, guys, white noise. Ibig sabihin, wala ka na mag-draw out ulit dyan na ARIMA process. Wala. So nung minodel natin si X1, guys, we were able to generate a model where the residuals are already white noise. Yung epsilon sub t natin, yung residuals, white noise na siya. Kung may significant spikes dyan, guys, ibig sabihin, kulang pa yung model natin. Kasi may mga variances pa sa data natin na hindi ma-capture ng model natin. Okay? So if you take a look at this, guys, yung ACF and PACF natin, wala nang significant spikes, hindi na siya slow decay. hindi na siya significant spike at certain lags, then this is indicative that this is what we call white noise. No? So dapat guys, yung model natin, yung epsilon sub t natin, yung error term natin doon, dapat white noise yun. And it should be this way. So stationary siya. Tapos stationary nga siya, pero wala na tayong makukuhang model out of that. Okay, pause muna ako. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Clear so far? O yun na lang, clear so far. Baka wala naman talaga yung question.
Clear, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Now, meron pa tayong hindi nagawa dito, no? Okay, so let me... Okay. Ang ginamit natin na function kanina, we used previously the ARIMA function, di ba? Ginamit natin yung ARIMA function. Tapos yung ARIMA function na yan, ginawa natin guys, diba? Define natin yung order. No? Ano yung list? AR ba yan? MA ba yan? So, paano natin malalaman yan guys? As I said before, the process was to plot the ACF at saka PACF. And then from there, estimate kung ano yung model. Tapos, parang trial and error, hanggang makita natin yung pinaka-ano. But it was really quite difficult before kung manual, no? Ngayon guys, hindi na manual kasi, okay, tingnan natin to. Auto.arima. There's a function called auto.arima. Check natin to, ha. Saan galing tong ano? Kaya nga natin linoad kanina yung forecast function, no? Forecast package. So there's a function called auto.arima coming from the forecast package. Okay? And then ito maraming components, ano? May mga, so this just means that pwedeng very complicated yung model natin. But we'll just stick to a very simple model. So let's use the forecast auto.arima. Okay? So ano yung pinapa-model natin? Yung x1 natin, yung SIM _ r. And then pa-trace natin lahat, no? Trace is equal to true. Ibig sabihin ng trace is equal to true, ilagay niya lahat yung pwede niya ilagay na pwedeng models na pwedeng gamitin for SIM AR. Okay? All right. So let's run this forecast package yung auto.arima using the simulated AR data. Okay, which we know, alam natin kasi sinimulate natin to, alam natin na AR1 process to eh. And then nung minodel nga natin using ARIMA, mukhang mas maganda nga yung AR1 kaysa ARMA11, no? By virtue of the AIC. Pero ito guys, mas comprehensive. Okay, auto.arima, so automatically magge-generate siya ng mga ARIMA models based on our data simulated AR, and then trace is equal to true, so magge-generate siya ng iba't ibang klaseng ARMA processes. Run natin to. Okay. Now take a look at this. Di ba? Nag-generate siya ng marami. Okay, sabi niya, ARIMA 202 with non-zero mean. Ibig sabihin may intercept. No? You have the Akaiki 828-850, 51. Tapos, ARIMA 00, ibig sabihin walang model. No? Ito kanina guys yung white noise, no? ARIMA 000 yon. Kung mag-create tayo ng object, let's call it res, tapos i-model natin si res, ito yung lalabas na model. Walang AR component, walang differencing, walang MA component. Okay, na-recall nyo guys kanina yung plot natin residuals. Ito yun, no? ARIMA 00 yun. Okay, pero dito for the SIM R, hindi pa pwede mataas yung AIC kung ito yung pipiliin natin. Okay, so iba't iba, no? May 001, may 002, 00, etc. No, ilan lahat yan? Okay, I think 10 yung default niya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 yata. 12 yung default. Okay. Now, take a look at this, guys. Sino yung pinakamaganda? Sino yung pinakamagandang model? It turns out that the lowest AIC, okay, i-adjust pa naman to, no? Lowest AIC is itong with zero mean. Ibig sabihin walang intercept. Walang average na ilalagay. Yung model natin kanina, itong Arima 1100, ito yun, with non-zero mean, ito yun, no? 2848 yung kaiki. Itong 100 with zero mean, 2846. So it turns out, guys, that the best model is an Arima 100 or an AR1 process na walang mean, walang average, no? So ito, refitting the best model without approximations. Kasi ito approximate lang to, no? Approximate lang to. So nung in-approximate niya si 100, lumabas na ang approximated AIC niya is 2846. Now, nung prinasas niya ulit without approximations, ito yung lumalabas. No? Arima 100 with zero mean with a kaiki of 2848.996. So this is the best model, guys. Yan. So ang kagandahan, guys, ng Auto.Arima, sasabihin na sa'yo, no? Kaya nga sabi ko nga, hindi nyo na kailangan tingnan yung ACF at saka PACF. With the Auto.Arima, i-expose nyo lang dun sa dun sa Auto.Arima. Pero guys, sa quiz nyo, sa exams, take-home exams, no? Lahat naman take-home. I-collaborate nyo, guys, ha? Hindi pa pwedeng Auto.Arima kagad, no? So, i-plot nyo muna sa ACF, PACF, and then tingnan nyo, model, tingnan nyo kung anong possible na model, compare the models, and then final na yung Auto.Arima para just to confirm kung ano yung best model. Alright. So best model, AR1 with zero mean. Okay, ito yung coefficient niya, 7783. Take note, walang intercept. Walang mean kasi. Okay, and then the kaiki is 2848.98. Okay, ito na yung best model based on the information criteria. Okay. So, if we repeat that, guys, ulitin lang natin to, i-generate natin tong model na to. Ito, no? Ito. Control C, ilagay ko na lang ulit dito yan, no? Sa ilalim itong Auto.Arima. Okay. Control V. Okay, so it's an ARIMA 10. Galing ko na to. 10, lagyan ko dito ng X na lang, X. So parang modified siya, no? Okay, and then ito, yung include that mean, gagawin ko siyang false. No? False. Ibig sabihin daw, hindi tayo maglalagay ng mean. And then, ARIMA. Print natin 10x. Okay, let's run this, guys. Ito, wala ito, no? ARIMA 100. Include that mean is equal to false. Kasi yung sinasabi ng model na ayan the best model. So, let's run this. Okay, there, guys. Yun, no? So, include that mean is equal to false. Huwag maglalagay ng intercept. 0.7783, exactly what we got from the Auto.Arima. All right, so our model is AR1 is yung sign R natin is equal to 0.77. Okay, just to be consistent kanina, backslash epsilon. Okay, yan guys. Sign R is equal to 0.7783 times sign RT minus 1 plus a certain error term epsilon sub t. Okay? All right, tingnan natin guys yung yung bago natin model yung 10x, no? 10x residuals. Ay wait. Okay. All right. Okay, anong ginagawa ko dito? Nagke-create ako ng isang object from our ARIMA 10x. Yung 10x natin yung walang mean, di ba? And then pinapa-generate natin yung residuals and name it as res ARIMA 10x. And then mag-auto.arima ako doon, no? Okay. Mag-auto.arima ko yung mga residuals, trace is equal to true. Okay, I hope you're getting what I'm doing here. Okay, I created an object which consists of the residuals from ARIMA 10x. Ano yung ARIMA 10x? Ito. Yung nag-ARIMA tayo, tapos C100 and then include that mean is equal to false. Okay, ito yung model na sinuggest ni auto.arima. Alright, if I run this, guys, run pareho. Okay, what do you see, guys? Okay, nung minomodel na natin, guys, yung residuals natin, okay, take a look. Ano yung lumalabas na best model? Ito, 2846, which is your ARIMA 000 with 0 mean. Okay, ibig sabihin, guys, wala tayong mapipiga na AR process or MA process doon kasi white noise na yun. No? Okay, ito nga, ARIMA 000 with 0 mean, ito yung AIC niya. So that's the best model. So ibig sabihin, guys, tama yung natin, tama yung model natin. Tama yung model natin na ginawa nating ginawa nating 10x na sinunod natin yung sinasuggest ng auto.arima. Okay, pause muna ako, guys. Pause muna ako kasi baka may mga questions pa kayo. If not, guys, paki-chat na lang kung clear so far. Kindly chat, please. Okay, good. I hope the others are also able to follow. Okay. Okay, sinabi ko dito, guys, what if we modeled yung SIMR natin na data, palitan natin to, no? Gawin natin na 01. Okay, so 01 siya. I-model natin na 001, tapos walang mean. ARIMA, SIMR, MA process, no? Instead of an AR process. And then i-print natin yung i-print natin yung result. Okay? And then titingnan natin yung residuals. And then titingnan natin kung ano yung best model sa kanya, no? Okay? All right. So, ulitin ko lang kung anong ginagawa natin, guys, dito, ha. So, alam natin na si SIMR, ang best model niya is 100 without the mean. So, deliberately, ang ginagawa natin dito, i-model natin siya as 001, MA process, no? Walang mean. Tapos tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. Okay, so kung walang mean, ito, MA, no? Ito yung coefficient ng MA log 1, and then may AIC tayo na 3211. So mas malaki siya kaysa dun sa 2848 kanina, no? So that's a signal na mas maganda yung AR1 include that mean is equal to false. All right, then let's look at the autocorrelation function. Okay, tingnan nyo, guys, no? Okay. Tingnan nyo yung yung minodel natin as MA na dapat AR siya. Look, may significant spike dito sa sa Pacf, which means that yung residuals natin ng model na yon hindi pa yun ang hindi pa white noise to. Which means, guys, na mali yung model na to. So, minodel natin siya as 01, ARIMA 01, include that mean is equal to false. And then we plotted yung autocorrelation function. And we can see that there are still significant spike at log 1 and at log 2, indicating that there is an AR component to our model na hindi natin na-capture kasi ginawa natin ARIMA 01 or MA1 process. Okay? And if we take a look at this, guys, okay, ito yung object natin, di ba? Ito yung residuals eh. Tignan natin, guys, kung ano yung mangyayari kung i-auto.arima natin siya. Alright, take a look at this, guys. Yung residuals natin ng MA model, tingnan nyo, guys, ayun. So, ang best model, guys, hindi siya 000, no? Ibig sabihin yung residuals natin, hindi pa white noise. Ibig sabihin, meron pa tayong, may variability pa yung time series natin noon na hindi pa nakaka-capture ng kulang pa nitong AR process na to. No? Kulang siya. Okay? So that's okay, that's what I meant, guys, by dapat yung residuals natin dapat white noise siya, no? Okay, dapat white noise siya. Okay. Any questions so far, guys? Okay, I hope that's clear, no? So ito, we'll skip this, guys, kasi ganun din naman to, no? Ito naman, ang minomodel natin, MA. Okay, so this one, same example lang to, no? So if you get the first discussion, guys, you should be able to get this. Tapos minodel natin ng 001. Okay? Tapos dito nag-auto.arima din tayo dito. Okay, same example lang, no? So I will leave this to you guys. This is just another example which I'm sure you'll be able to follow, no? Okay, ito naman. Okay. So, tingnan natin to, So we're creating this object ARP, no? It's a list 0.7, 0.2, negative 0.1, negative 0.3. Okay, so then mag-create tayo ng AR.models. Okay, list. Ano yung list natin? If you take a look at this, ito a simple loop code, no? For P, yung P kasi natin, in 1 up to 4, so may variable tayo na P na i-introduce. AR.mods, okay, di ba? Ito, AR.mods natin is a list. It's a list. Tapos yung list natin na yan, yung P, yung 1 to 4. So ibig sabihin yun, AR mods 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos mag-create ng ARIMA, 10,000 observations. And then, i-list niya yung AR natin, which is equal to ARP, ito. Okay, di ba 4 ang pinapaano natin? Yung isa, 0.7. Yung isa, 0.2, yung AR1. Yung isa naman, negative 0.1. Yung isa, negative 0.3. Standard deviation is equal to 1. Okay, so run natin to quickly. Okay. So, ano nangyari? Okay, naran ko na ba? Okay, naran ko na yata, no? All right. Okay, asa na yung mga ano natin? Wait lang. I'm looking for our asa na yung objects natin? Ba't wala yung objects dito? So we're supposed to have ba't hindi siya nakalist dito na ano? Ito yung ARP, no? Okay. Ito yung ARP natin. Tapos yung P natin, ito, it's a list, no? Itong P natin. Integer 4. Okay, ano pa? I'm taking a look at our model. AR mods. AR.mods. Okay, may kulang pa yata akong code. Ito to pala, guys. Ito yung AR mods natin, no? Hindi ko makita kanina. Okay, ito yung na-create natin na object, no? Arima.sim. If we i-view natin to, view AR.mods. View natin siya. Okay, ito, no? Alright, so you have here, guys, 4 na AR model, no? Yan. So, tigta 10,000 yan. AR1, AR2, AR3, AR4. Each of them having different coefficients, no? Kasi yung mga coefficients siya, ito. Yung isa, 0.7, yung isa 0.2, yung isa negative 0.1, yung isa negative 0.3. Okay? Okay, so let's continue this. I just want to point out something here. No? Okay, now that we have 4 ARP models, i-plot natin siya. Tingnan natin yung mga ACF and mga PACF. Okay, and ang suggestion dito, i-run natin dito sa console. No? Alright, i-plot natin dito. So let's copy this. Okay, Control C, Control V. So i-run lang natin to, guys, no? Partition, okay, 4 rows and 3 columns. Tapos ang pinapagawa natin, for P in 1 to 4, ipa-plot niya yung time series, no? Ipa-plot yung time series ng AR.mods, yung P 1 to 4, and then yung first 50 observations lang. Okay, and then while label natin, ipipaste lang si AR at saka kung anong P siya. And then yung ACF at saka PACF. Okay, it's quite a may loop na ginagamit dito, no? So anyway, i-run natin to, guys. I'm going here to plots. And then, para may space dito. Okay, then i-run ko siya. Control Enter. Okay. Take a look at this, guys. May mali ako sa code. Dapat naglagay ito ng ano eh. Dapat naglagay siya ng AR1, 2, 3, 4. But anyway, guys, tingnan natin, ha. Okay, so this is your AR1. Ito yung 0.7, no? Ito yung 0.7. Ito yung ano niya. Ito yung, this is the ACF. This is the PACF, no? PACF, ACF. I just want to show here, guys, kung ano yung difference ng, ito yung AR1 natin, AR2, AR3, AR4. Okay. Yung AR1 natin, isa lang yon, no? Isa lang yung ano, 0.7 lang. And take a look at the ACF, it's a slow decay. Okay, tapos yung PACF natin, significant lag, significant spike at lag 1. Yung AR2 ngayon, which includes yung 0.7 at saka yung going back to our code, no? 0.7 at saka 0.2. So pagsasama na niya yan, no? So okay lang yun, guys, kasi less than 1 ang bawat isa, and then the sum of 0.7 and 0.2 is 0.9. So less than 1, no? So pwede yan, no? Pwede magiging AR2 yung dalawang yan. No? Okay, so ano nangyari dito? Take a look at our PACF, guys. No? Yung PACF natin, look, di ba? Significant at dalawang ano, at 2 at lag 2. No? So makikita natin dito, guys, yung ACF. Tapos yung PACF, no? Yung ACF, slow decay din. Okay, ganoon din si AR3 dito. Tatlo na yon, no? Pero dito hindi natin ito yung significant din at lag 3, nakita nyo to? Okay? Kasi AR3 na to eh, di ba? So ang kasama na sa mga components nito, if you take a look at this, 0.7 positive, 0.2 positive, negative 0.1 negative yan. Negative yung AR3 component natin. So kita natin dito yan sa ano. We can see that here in our ACF plot. You know yung negative dito, you know, negative 0.1. Ito 0.7, halos nasa 0.7 siya. No? Okay? And then lastly guys, another negative dun sa fourth, diba? Ito yun. No? So lahat to, slow decay. Okay, tapos yung mga ACF natin, significant at lag 1, significant spike at lag 1 and lag 2, significant spike at lag 1, 2, 3, yung isa negative. Significant spike at lag 1, dito nag-negative to, no? Lag 2, lag 3, lag 4. Okay? So, what I wanted to illustrate here is that makikita natin, guys, kung yung mga pag-AR process, makikita natin na sa ACF, slow decay siya, tapos sa PACF niya, significant spikes. So this was just to drive home the point. Of course, pwede natin gawin yan sa isang MA process. Okay. Alright, so ito guys, ano lang siya, yung further notes. I'm sure na-discuss ko na ito sa inyo. So ito yung differencing, ano? So ito gusto ko lang sabihin dito guys na pag nagdi-differencing, nababago na yung data natin, no? So pag walang differencing, your y sub t is equal to y sub t. Ngayon dito, dapat to y sub t parang asterisk, no? Okay? So bago na yung y sub t natin dito, y sub t asterisk is the difference between y sub t and y sub t minus 1. Okay? Pag double differencing, guys, take note, guys, ang double differencing, hindi natin may minus si y sub t dun sa y sub t minus 2. Ang ginagawa natin, ang ginagamit natin yung yung difference na data na. Okay? Yung difference na data. So yung difference na data, which is this one, i-difference ulit natin. So that's y sub t minus y sub t minus 1 minus y sub t minus 1 minus y sub t minus 2. Okay, so that's just to explain kung ano nangyayari pag first differencing at saka second differencing. Okay, so we have already discussed that before. Okay. All right, these are just other examples, guys. So I will leave that to you. It's the same, no? Ano lang to, no? Okay, ito. Tingnan natin, no? Okay, this is very important. Okay, let me put here. Okay. We know, guys, that an AR process, guys, dapat yung A1 natin, A2, they should all be less than 1. Hindi pa pwedeng more than 1. Okay? Lalagyan natin ito ng 500, no? So here we're creating an object called AR1, no? Arima simulation, 500 observations. Ang model natin, AR, is equal to 1.01. Okay? Tapos may M type dito, naglagay lang, ilagay ko dito, ha? Okay, asan na ano natin? Okay. Plus 1 lang yung data natin dito, no? Okay, ito na pala, no? Hindi yan. Ito. Saan yan? Ito. Okay. So our M alt minus M is equal to 1. So dadagdagan natin yung data natin ng 1. Okay, so let's run this. Para pareho tayo, mag-set.seed tayo. Set.seed. Okay, 2, 3, 4 na lang. Okay, so that we have the same data. Okay, ang question kasi natin dito, what happens if the AR1 coefficient is greater than 1? Ito. Okay, run natin. Okay, take a look guys. Automatically, ayaw niyang pumayag, no? The AR part of the model is not stationary. Okay, hindi siya stationary. Kasi greater than 1 yan, sabi ko nga, pag greater than 1, pag pinat natin yan guys, it becomes a non-stationary data. Kasi nagiging explosive siya. Okay? Nagiging explosive yung data natin. Ibig sabihin, hindi na makontrol yung mean. Okay, what about guys if it's equal to 1? Okay, kanina greater than 1, so hindi pa pwede, di ba? What if A1 is equal to 1? Okay, may M na tayo, no? M is equal to 1. So set that seed, AR11 process natin. Okay, Arima.sim, gawin natin 500 to. Model is equal to list, AR is equal to 1. No? Will it matter guys kung 1? Kasi sabi natin, di ba, dapat yung A1 or A2, dapat less than 1 yan. Okay. Again, guys, AR part of the model is not stationary. Kasi nga, di ba yung AR1 natin, AR1 component is equal to 1. Dapat yung A1 natin at saka A2, dapat they should not be equal to, they should not be equal to, or they should be less than 1. Okay, how about this guys? Ganun din. Now, ito pwede ba to 0.9 at saka negative 0.2? Pwede ba yan? Will this work, guys? Yung AR1 natin, 0.9. Less than 1, less than 1. Okay, will this work? Okay, sige, run natin to ha. Let's run this first. Pare-pareho tayo. Okay. Pumayag siya, no? So, nagkaroon tayo ng AR2.sim. Sana si AR2.sim? Ito, no? Time series, no? But i-plot natin to. Let's plot this. Okay. Kamusta, guys? Is it okay, guys? Is it stationary? Stationary ba siya? Yes, it looks like it's stationary, no? Stationary yung AR2 sim natin. Okay. Then let's generate yung AC. No? Tingnan natin. AC. Then AR2.sim. Okay. Log.max. Log. Okay. Lagi ako nalilito dito sa max.log ba? Okay, max.log. Lagi ko nagagawang log.max is equal to, gawin natin 30. Okay, i-plot natin guys yung ano nito, no? Yung autocorrelation function. Okay. All right. So, yeah, guys. It's really indicative of an AR process. Significant spike. In fact, dalawa, no? AR2 to, no? And then slow decay dito. Slow decay dito sa ACF. Okay, so tama guys, no? Now, akala ko guys, dapat yung add na, if you add A1 and A2, dapat ano siya? Dapat less than 1. Oo, kasi 0.9 at saka negative 0.2 guys. Okay? 0.9 at saka negative 0.2. Ano naman siya, no? Di ba? Sana tayo. It's less than 1. However guys, kung gawin natin itong positive 2. Tingnan natin to ha. Okay. I made this as positive 2. 0.9 is okay, less than 1. 0.2 is okay, less than 1. Pero yung sum ng AR1 at saka AR2 mo guys, it's not, hindi pa pwede, no? I-run natin to. Okay, nag-error siya. No? AR, part of the model, is not stationary. Okay? Alright, ganun din to guys, itong simulation dito ng MA2.sim. Ganun din yung mga ginagawa dito, no? Okay. By the way, ito guys, si forecast, meron din siyang ano, no? Arima. Okay, Arima process. Hindi ito yung auto.arima, iba to, no? So ito guys, tingnan natin to, i-ano natin, no? forecast package, we're using the ARIMA capital A, no? Iba yung sa stats na small a. And then yung object natin AR2.simulation, order natin is 200, and then include that constant is equal to true. Okay, run natin to here, guys. It will also give us the AR1 component, AR2 component, and the mean. So does this agree with the model natin? Diba? Ito yung model natin, diba? Negative to, no? Yung kanina, diba? 0.9 at saka negative 0.2. Yan, no? 0.9 at saka negative 0.2. Alright? So same thing, guys, for the MA2 process. Okay, I will leave you with that. Okay, ganun din dito, guys, no? Okay, lastly, ito na yung isang application. We're going to model. Kanina kasi ang ginamit lang natin mga simulated data. Ito, we're going to use the quant mode package. So, hindi pa nga pala natin na ano yun, library quant mode. Okay, library quant mode. Okay, then ida-download natin, guys, si Apple stock price. Run natin to. Okay, we have done this before. Get symbols, si Apple. Gawin natin from 2014 up to 2021. Okay. Run natin to. And then i-view natin AAPL. So we'll now have the stock prices. Hintayin ko lang. Of Apple. Asan na si Apple? Okay, ayaw pa niya wala pa. Ulitin ko nga. View, capital A. Yan, okay. So we know, guys, di ba sa quant mode, ibibigay sa atin, it's an XTS object, extensible time series. Okay, and one distinct feature of an XTS object is that yung index natin, hindi numbers so 1 up to 2014. No? These are dates, which makes time series modeling using XTS pretty straightforward. So mas maganda kung nagmo-model tayo ng time series, mas magandang ginagamit yung XTS object. Okay, adjusted, ito yung i-model natin. Okay, so let me just change the name of AAPL kasi not all capitals. No? So palitan ko lang siya ng small a, or nag-create lang ako ng sorry, hindi ko pinalitan, nag-create lang ako ng isang object na AAPL small letters. Structure, tingnan natin. Okay, this is an XTS object. So ito yung niya, no? Open, high, low, close. Okay. All right. And then class nito, of course, XTS siya, no? Or a zoo object. Okay. So we're just going to use the adjusted closing price, no? So let's use, again, the same name, Apple is equal to Apple. And then we just get the sixth column. So ito yung adjusted price. Okay, and then i-view natin. Okay, so that one. And then if we view this, makikita natin na isang column na lang siya. Ang pangalan, AAPL.adjusted. Palitan lang natin yung pangalan nun. We'll use the column names. Column name ng AAPL is equal to C adjusted. No? Okay. So if we take a look at AAPL, naging adjusted na yung pangalan ng ADJ, yung pangalan ng column niya. Alright. So pause muna ako, guys. I hope so far clear. Okay, are we clear so far, guys? Paki-chat naman, please. I'm clear. Okay. Di ba nagamit na natin quant mode dati, di ba, guys? I'm sure we were able to use that before. Okay, sige. So mag-preliminary analysis muna tayo, no? Okay, let's create this object P1. We're using ggplot2 here, autoplot ni AAPL. Dagdagan lang natin ang title, dagdagan lang natin ang Y label. Okay, and then plot, print and plot this. Okay. Dapat dalawang plot ang ma-generate dito. Okay. Hindi pa nagpa-plot si Plotly. Okay, yan. Okay, dalawa yung pina-plot natin dito guys. I should have done it one at a time. So ito yung P1 natin using ggplot, no? Using yung yung autoplot. So definitely guys, kitang-kita natin na hindi stationary si Apple. Okay? All right, yung Plotly, it's a dynamic plot guys. Yan, ito, tingnan nyo. If you hover around your data, okay, sandali dapat lalabas dito yung yung specific dates niya. Okay, but hindi lumalabas. Anyway, guys, so the advantage of pwede nating parang hindi siya gumagalaw, matagal, no? Medyo matagal pag snapshot. Okay, anyway, pinapasave niya muna. So let me close this. Okay, anyway, guys, I'll not use that. I'll not use that plot. Okay, so alam natin guys na hindi siya stationary. Okay, now take note guys kung in any paper, you have to know if ang pinaplot ba ang ini-study ba natin yung stock prices, no? O yung stock returns. Maraming mga studies ang minomodel yung returns, hindi yung stock price. But be that as it may guys, gamitin natin muna ngayon yung stock prices. But we can also use the stock returns. So yung stock returns, pwedeng pwedeng stationary na yun. Okay, anyway, so i-plot natin. Anyway, na-plot na naman natin, so pareho lang to. No? Yung plot AAPL, okay? So it's the same plot. Okay. Ganun din, chart series, pareho lang yan guys. Okay. Same lang. So different ways to but definitely guys, merong trend. So this is not stationary in mean. And I'm not sure guys kung merong mukhang wala namang pwede rin mukhang may din sa sa volatility. But sometimes it's really so difficult to assess using just a visual. Okay? So paano kailangan natin muna guys so ang question ko dito, stationary ba? Hindi, kasi may trend siya. Okay? However guys, okay. Mukhang wala naman siyang hindi siya non-stationary in variance. Okay, so what we can do is to difference lang natin, no? Since wala namang concern yung variance, guys, we'll just address yung difference ng AAPL. So this one is difference AAPL. And then i-load natin itong dalawang to. Control Enter. Okay, so take note guys. Okay, di ba? So since nagkaroon tayo ng empty cell dito kasi nag-minus tayo, di ba? Minus natin. So yung Apple minus the previous Apple at time t minus yung previous you generated this, no? So tanggalin natin yung unang object dito. So difference AAPL is difference AAPL. Remove the first row. Okay, remove the first row and then include all the columns. Isang column lang naman yan. Isang column lang siya kaya in-empty na lang natin yan. So if you view this, no? View natin, okay. So nawala na yung nawala na yung NA. Okay, and then let's plot this. Plot. Okay, what happened? Okay. So it's no longer it's stationary now, no? In mean. Wala na yung wala na yung trend. Now only that, na notice nyo? Usually stock prices ganito, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na concentration ng differences in variance, no? Okay, if you notice guys, ang tawag dito volatility clustering. Nagka-cluster yung volatility natin. Let me write that. Volatility clustering. Okay? Volatility clustering. Ano ibig sabihin nun, guys? Itong volatility clustering, guys, you notice na pag tumataas yung stock price, the tendency is to go up. Go up, go up, go up. Yung successive going up, no? And then, pagbababa, tendency ng go down, successive na pagbaba, no? Ito ganun, guys, no? Go down yung stock prices, go down. So successively bumababa siya, bumababa until it reaches this, and then tataas na naman, successions of going up, then going up, going up. Okay? Yung difference, no? Yung difference ng hindi yung stock prices, yung difference prices. So this is what we call volatility clustering. And pag ganito guys, this is best modeled using GARCH. No? Yung GARCH is Generalized Autoregressive Conditional Heteroscedasticity. But before we go there guys, okay, babalikan natin itong data na to, then imo-model natin using GARCH. But for now guys, i-model lang natin siya using ARIMA. Okay? So stationary na, but there are portions in our data where we have volatility clustering. No? Okay, which I said, yung next topic natin will be to model the GARCH, no? Generalized Autoregressive Conditional Heteroscedasticity. So ibig sabihin, hindi equal yung variances. No? Across time, guys, dito yung variance, ganito lang. So dito, ganito na yung variance. Pagdating dito, guys, no? So across time, hindi constant yung variance natin. So this is best modeled using a GARCH, no? Kasi conditional heteroscedasticity. But once again, guys, let's first see kung i-model muna natin as ARIMA. Ito naman, guys, ang ginawa niya, yung Apple data natin, ginawa niyang log muna. Let's run this. Okay. And then, i-view natin, wag natin i-view, i-plot na lang natin yung log AAPL. Okay, take note guys. Getting the log did not address yung trend. It did not address the non-stationary in mean. Okay, so pag non-stationary guys in mean, hindi mo tapos hindi naman siya non-stationary in variance, wag mo gamitin yung log. Diretsuhin niyo na sa differencing. Okay? So linog muna natin. Okay. Kunyari, linog natin. Then, let's suppose you chose to get the log. So medyo nabawasan, sabi mo medyo nabawasan ng non-stationarity in variance, assuming na yun ang tingin mo. No? What do you do next? No? Para matanggal yung mean. I-difference mo. No? So difference ng log apple is equal to the difference of the log of the apple. No? So let's run this. Run natin itong una. Tapos run natin yung pangalawa, yung plot. Okay, let's see what happens. By getting the difference, guys, tignan nyo. No? Talagang natanggal yung trend. No? But it did not, guys, it did not reduce the volatility clustering. Meron pa rin talaga siya. So pag ganito, guys, this is a candidate for a GARCH model. Okay, pero next topic pa natin yun. No? Okay, ang tanong ko lang dito, what if we got the difference first? Difference muna natin, tas yung log. Magkakaproblema tayo guys kung ganito, kung difference muna tapos log. Kasi, bakit? Okay. May mga negative values tayo, ano? So hindi tayo pwedeng kumuha ng ano. Pag dinifference tayo ng mga prices, most probably guys, magkaka-negative ka dyan. Kasi pwedeng yung succeeding value bumaba. No? So pag nagka-negative ka, tapos ilolog mo yon, error yon. Okay? So as I said a while ago, kung pwedeng ano lang, kung pwedeng difference lang gamitin nyo. Kung kailangan talagang merong non-stationarity invariance, and then ilog nyo muna, tapos saka nyo i-difference. Okay? All right. So let's take a look at this. Okay. Dito guys, ang gagamitin natin yung gagamitin natin si difference na apple, no? So hindi na natin linog, no? So tingnan natin guys, is this, check natin kung stationary siya. Kasi kinonvert na natin, transform na natin data natin, prinat natin, nakita naman natin na parang stationary na siya. But the statistical test is this one, no? P-value is 0.01. Null hypothesis is that the data, the time series is not stationary. So we reject the hypothesis that the data time series is not stationary. It is stationary. Okay? All right. I-test ko lang to guys. Sabi dito, i-test also for, tingnan natin to Control C. Definitely guys, si Apple lang. Definitely hindi to hindi stationary yan. Ayan, 0.99, no? So we fail to reject the null hypothesis na hindi siya, na not stationary siya. E tingnan naman natin si log, no? Si log Apple. Okay, naging stationary ba? Di ba hindi? Kasi may trend pa rin siya, no? Oops, ano ba to? Oops. Okay. We expect na hindi pa rin siya stationary. 0.7 greater than 0.05, so we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Okay. All right, here. Okay. You can also use the URCA package. No? Okay, so dito guys, sa URCA package, meron tayong, it's almost time, no? So I'm just going to introduce this. So dapat i-load natin, no? Okay, i-load muna natin dito. Pag hindi nyo pa na-load guys si URCA, alam nyo, you know what to do. Okay, let me load that. Okay, na-load na siya. Kayo guys, kung hindi pa loaded, install that packages. No? Okay, ano ginagawa ng, tanggalin ko na to, URCA. Yung package ng URCA. Okay. Hindi pa siya nag-load. Okay, dito ko na lang tingnan. URCA. Okay. So, limited yung ano niya dito. So, kailangan yata doon tayo pumunta sa limited yung functionality siya dito. Let me see. I'll go here. So, packages mismo, URCA. Yun. Okay, ito. URCA. So, ano ba yung ginagawa nitong package na to? Okay, developed siya noong 2016. Unit root and co-integration test for time series data. So, this was developed by Bernhard Pfaff. Okay, so description, it's for unit root testing, for stationary testing, and co-integration test. No? Yung co-integration test, titingnan natin yan guys. Later on, titingnan natin if one time series affects another time series. Okay, kasi so far guys, ang ginagawa natin Arima, univariate lang to. No? We just look at the time series of Microsoft, time series of yung sinimulate natin kanina, time series of airline passengers. Okay, now, ang tanong, what if we now look at the effect of a time series of Microsoft with, kunyari, Apple. Pag gano'n na guys, ang tinitingnan na natin doon, co-integration. No? Okay, so may code dito guys. We will not study this much kasi konting minutes lang. Pero aralin nyo guys itong sa Orca package. Okay, meron siyang balikan ko to. Yung df function niya, no? This one. Yung ur.df. This one, okay? So this is also the augmented Dickey-Fuller test, di ba? Pag-test din yan, naalala niyo guys kung ano yung Dickey augmented ADF test, di ba? Ito tinetest guys if your time series is stationary. Okay, so this is just another test, no? So sa type, pwedeng none or my drift or my trend. Tapos pwedeng may lag. So wag muna tayo ito lang muna, no? If we run this, okay. So mas comprehensive yung ano niya, no? Unlike yung ADF test lang. Okay, so medyo mahaba yung ano niya, no? Yung functionality niya. Okay, dito guys, p-value less than 0.05. So ang null hypothesis niya ganun din, that the data series is not stationary. Okay, may tau statistic pa siya. Kung 1% yung confidence significance level of significance, or 5% or 10%. Okay, this is more comprehensive, no? At mas ano siya, no? Mas maraming information na binibigay. Okay? So but we'll not go there at the moment. Okay, so another one guys is yung Kpss test. Okay, ano naman tong Kpss test na to? Okay, this is also a test of stationarity. Control enter. Okay. Kpss test for trend stationarity. Data is equal to this one. P-value is equal to 0.1. Ano yung null hypothesis dito? Ito baliktad guys, no? The null hypothesis is that the time series is stationary. Okay, so we would want the p-value to be greater than 0.05, no? So ito 0.1, which means that we fail to reject the null hypothesis that difference AAPL is stationary. So consistent guys, whether we use the ADF test, whether we use the UR.df or the Kpss test, yung tawag nito guys, consistent. Okay, so a few more guys. Ito na lang, use the TSM function again. TSM, di ba? For us to remember na TSM yan. Okay? Alright. Ano makikita natin dito? Ito minsan guys, minsan hindi siya hindi siya straightforward, no, na kita natin. But there seems to be significant lags at certain points. Tapos hindi naman siya mukhang hindi siya slow decay, no? So dito significant lags at significant spikes at certain lags, indicating that this might be an AR process. Ito din ganun din, no? Halos pareho ng PACF. So mukhang ARIMA process to, no? Okay, mukhang ARIMA process. So sige, yung shortcut natin guys, ano yung shortcut natin? Ito, no? Yung shortcut natin kagad, alamin natin kung ano yung magandang model. Mod 1, auto.arima, DAPL, trace is equal to 2. Print natin. Alright? So ang ganda guys ng auto.arima kasi sasabihin kagad sa atin kung ano yung guys. Arima 5. And then, okay. Ang sinasabi niya guys dito, i-difference pa raw. Ayan yung 510 guys. Ibig sabihin guys, yung ginamit natin na difference na AAPL, ang sinasuggest niya, i-difference pa rin siya. Okay? So take a look at this. Ayun, no? Sabi niya, 510, ARIMA 510. That's the best model. So yung series natin guys is DAAPL, no? ARIMA 510. So ito yung mga components, AR1, AR2, AR3, AR4, AR5, no? And the AIC is 7070. Yun na yung pinakamababa dito, no? Among the different AIC. Okay? So ito ARIMA 510, no? Using using the difference, may papakita lang ako guys, no? Paano kung ginamit natin yung original? Okay? Kaya ang ginamit ko na auto.arima yung original na data. Let's see what happens. Pag i-run natin to, kaya ano lumabas guys? Look, ARIMA 520. So actually pareho din yung lumabas na result, no? Pero magdadalawang differencing ka. So una muna yung AAPL, i-difference mo siya, tapos i-difference mo ulit, no? I-difference mo ulit. So two differencing. Yun ang degree ng differencing natin. Okay, and you have the same components, no? Same coefficients. Okay, so one more. May papakita lang ako guys, no? So let's create this object DDAAPL, no? So this is the difference of the difference apple. Okay, nag-difference ulit ako, no? Ito. Rinan ko siya. Okay, rinan ko siya. Tapos, okay, let me just copy this para mas mabilis. Control C. Okay. So gagawa ngayon ako ng bagong model. Let me call this model 2. Okay. This time, auto.arima DDAPL, no? Model 2. Okay, ngayon ang minomodel ko na yung double difference na AAPL, no? Okay? Which in practice guys, hindi ka kagad magdi-differencing ng dalawang beses, no? Kasi nga yung unang differencing mo, stationary na siya, no? Pero ang sinasuggest talaga ni auto.arima dito, i-difference mo ulit yung AAPL, no? Yan. Okay, let's take a look at what the model was. All right, ano sabi niya? Ayun, ARIMA 500. 'Di ba? So pare-pareho lang yan, guys, ha? Kahit ang gamitin natin yung AAPL or difference AAPL or DDAAPL, you should come up with the same model, no? Okay? Clear yun, guys? So it depends really on the data that you're modeling. So minodel natin AAPL, ang sabi niya 520. Minodel natin DAAPL, ang sabi niya 510. Yung minodel natin DDAAPL, wala nang differencing ulit. Okay? And you have the same the same figures. Okay, guys? Okay, last. Okay, so let me just copy this, no? Okay, itong AC natin, okay, dito na lang, sige, i-run ko na lang. Okay, saan na tayo? Okay, ang request ko lang sa inyo guys, kindly look at the remaining parts. No? Kaya-kaya na naman anuhin yan. We can easily do that. No? Tingnan natin yung AC. No? Tingnan mo natin yung AC guys ng ng DAAPL. No? Max.log is equal to 30. Sorry, yung mali, no? Binago ko yata yung model 1. Okay, model 1 to, no? Pinalitan ko kasi, no? Okay, ibabalik ko DDAPL, no? Okay, i-run ko ulit to. Okay. So model 1, okay. Model 1, okay, residuals. Okay. So ang sabi ko kay R, i-plot niya nga yung yung residuals, no? Yung autocorrelation function ng model 1 residuals. Okay, and then what do we have? Hindi pa siya white noise, no? So hindi pa nga sufficient na isang differencing lang. Yung model 1 kasi natin, yung isang differencing lang yan, di ba? But let's check model 2. Para hindi mabura. Control C. Control V. Model 2 naman, tingnan natin guys. Yung na-double difference to, no? Na-double difference siya. Run natin. Okay. Tama ba? Model 2, ano yung model 2 natin? Model 2, okay, difference na ano? Auto that Arima, tama, no? Okay, model 2. Let me run this. Okay, model 2. The best model is 500. Okay. All right. If I plot AC, model 2 residuals, guys. Okay, take a look at this. Okay, what do you have here, guys? Di ba parang hindi pa rin, no? Di ba? May mga autocorrelation pa rin sila na hindi nakaka-capture. Okay, and what does that tell us, guys? Ginamit na natin yung ano, yung sabing double differencing, ginamit na natin. Diba? Yun na yung best model eh. No? Best model ni ano ni Arima, no? Yung double difference tapos log 5 ng AR function. And yet, nung pinat natin, it looks like that hindi pa white noise siya. So ano ibig sabihin nun, guys? Okay? This was borne out, guys, by the volatility clustering. So it only shows, guys, na kahit na ganun yung ginagawa natin model, kinuha na natin best model ng Arima, yet hindi pa rin nakaka-capture lahat, no? Then that means baka may kulang sa model natin. Okay, and that will now bring us to the Garch and the Arch model, no? Okay, kasi ibig sabihin nun, hindi natatapos dapat dito, no? Okay, hindi natatapos dapat dito yung ano natin. Okay, so meron na lang ditong konting ano na lang, guys. So pareho lang naman to. Ito ginawa na nga natin kanina, no? Okay. Then plotting lang. Okay, then that's it, no? And then check whether there's autocorrelation. I-check nyo lang to, guys, no? Okay, so okay, it's time. So stop mo muna recording. Let me stop recording. Okay, stop recording.